Hmm. Was technically the fourth region. This will be the fourth revision.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? Really?
Ah, crap. Hang on. I gotta switch the speakers.
Oh, I have my headset on, so you don't have to, technically. There will be no background noise. And if I need to do something, I'll mute my mic. So I have a toggleable mute. So don't have to worry about me.
No, for some reason it decided to set the default to my second screen's speakers, which are horrible.
Oh, gotcha.
So I had to switch it.
Gotcha.
Plus, it's easier to hear you if you're on the headset.
Gotcha.
Let's see, do I have these stars channel? I thought I did. Starbound and Stardew, but no, apparently I don't have Stars channel. That's easy enough to fix. There, now we have Stars channel. Now it's saying 10 minutes on the damn. I guess I shouldn't be surprised because the drive showing 10 minutes is a NAS drive. It's a WD purple, so they weren't exactly built for speed.
Right.
It was built for. We have 4 terabytes of capacity. Oh, you want it fast? Buy a different brand. That's why I was asking about SSDs earlier.
Yeah, I've only ever had one SSD in my life, so I'm definitely not the person to do so.
Well, I know one brand I can recommend people avoid. ADATA.
Really? There's a character limit in my biography? Are you serious? Oh. Fine. No, we're going to change the name. Going to keep it. We're going to keep the name J's. I want something different.
Well, it's claiming it's 84% complete on that F drive and 92% on the D drive. So we'll see.
No.
I think whenever I get to the point where we can actually afford it, I want to replace all these drives with SSDs.
Right, same with me.
Unfortunately, that's going to be at least 2 years minimum before I can even think about it.
I really had a hankering for jam this morning before church, so I really want to make a race involving jam, but I need a name. The jam is going to be the acronym, but I've got to come up with a name, a creative name. I want at least J-A-Y to be the first, or it could be just J. I don't know. I'm not set on stone on that.
You're making a new race for Stellaris?
Yeah. The Musical Blue Jays. I had a race called the Musical Blue Jays, and even though it was not a machine race, it did phenomenally well overall. Yeah. So what I literally had consumer goods I had to do, but it was fantastic. So fine-tuned, so perfect. It wasn't even ridiculous. It wasn't even funny. I wish I still had that. But the particular musical society, it did really well for the first revision up until after this latest update. So my race has been going through several revisions, trying to find the right balance. But then again, the Musical Blue Jays went through a few revisions to be able to find the right balance for it. But since the robot update, it's definitely providing a challenge to figure out. Jam.
Damn cats keep trying to steal the dog food.
Ah! There we go! I got it! The Jays around the moon!
Puppy decided he's going to lay in my lap instead of in the chair behind me. So I get more of my chair, but now I have to keep my leg crossed so he has a lap to lay on.
Nice.
Poor little guy, he's not going to have a lap for very long, though. I can't keep my legs crossed like this for extended periods. Mostly because of my arthritis.
Right. My ship prefix is literally called Musical Jam. What do you think?
Okay. Candy says hi.
Hi, Candy.
Well, now it says roughly 4 minutes on the F drive and 4.5 on D. My C drive has got 11 gigs free. D's got 52 gig free. E's got 17 gig free. Got a terabyte free on the F drive. The NVMe that's on the adapter card's got 21 gigs free. But my external is at 0 bytes free.
Right.
So I got to go through at some point and organize the external. Probably delete a bunch of shit. I think a lot of the movie files are going to get dumped over to the network. We have one of those routers that you can plug a USB drive into. But if your USB drive plugged into the router is more than 2 gigs, or more than 2 terabytes, you have to break it up into multiple 2 terabyte partitions. Otherwise, the router can't see it. So
Right.
I had to partition the fucking thing before I took it in there and hooked it up to the router. It's like, damn it. Why can't you just let me use all 6 terabytes as one drive?
Right.
Yeah. I have considered, if I ever have enough extra again, getting another Raspberry Pi, stick that in the living room, hooked up to a bunch. Well, the Pi 3 has 4 USB 2 ports on it, so I could hook up 3 external hard drives as long as they are self-powered drives, and then of course the dongle for the wireless keyboard and mouse. I've considered putting a Raspberry Pi in the living room hooked up to the 50-inch screen with external drives connected to it for media playback.
Right.
Of course, the 50-inch screen that's in there has it's a Roku TV. So, I can just load the media player app that's, on Roku and stream stuff over the network. So. Well, less than 20 seconds on F, about a minute on D. But we both know how Windows and remaining time is less than accurate. But now Goku went through and deleted some stuff, got me some better, a better defrag.
There you go.
So that's why I need to reboot after it finally finishes its stupid defrag. Now it's saying 18 minutes on that. God damn it. In my downloads folder on the F drive is a folder 12B4858 blah blah blah. It's like, what the who the hell did that? But inside that folder is movies. I had asked him to help me find and eliminate duplicates, but then he got called away, so.
Yeah, and he should have been helping me fix my Star Citizen so I could be playing Star Citizen right now. He said he would, but yet again, I get pushed back again.
He was going to come and help you after he got done with me, but shit with cousin, I guess.
Well, I get that it's his weekend with his cousin and everything, but he should have. When he says he's going to do something, he needs to do it. I get the only time his cousin has time to play is the weekend, but I needed his help, and he chose to put me on the back burner yet again. And there's no guarantee he's going to be available Monday or Tuesday to help me. Sometimes you gotta sacrifice gameplay with family to help a friend. That's what I've done. I've sacrificed my time with my family, my church family, and even my mom on Monday nights to help him out in his games. Least he could have done is made the same sacrifice. Where was I with my biography here?
Well, if you want to copy and paste it to the Stellaris channel on the Discord.
Post what?
I thought you were asking for help with the biography.
Oh no, I was just not really asking for help. I was just trying to think of where my train of thought was off. I'm so frustrated with Goku right now because, you know, I understand it's the weekend. I understand that's the only time his cousin gets to play, but he's not just affecting me here. He's affecting you, and he's affecting Ben. And since he was off today, he should have made me a priority, because he knows very well he's probably not going to have the time tomorrow or Tuesday, especially with the crap that goes on around his house on the weekdays.
No, even when he was remoted in helping my system, he kept getting called away for food and for, you know, this and that and the other. It's like, all right. So I'm just sitting here staring, watching, you know, watching nothing happen for a while.
Right. I've been telling him he needs to set some boundaries with his parents. Because, you know, they can't just demand him do everything all the time. You know, he's got his own life to do stuff, too.
How old is Goku?
Older than me. He's in his 50s.
Then what the fuck?
Seizures. Bad enough where he can't drive, so he has to stay home. That's all I'm willing to go into. It's really not my place to go into the details.
So he can't live alone if he's got issues with seizures.
He can, The
No,
problem,
no.
yes,
If you're subject to seizure, you cannot
that's the
live
thing.
alone. That's what the doctors say.
That's what the doctors used to say. There's new medical science that actually that shows, and including physical evidence from celebrities who have gotten the same treatments and done the same stuff, who can live on their own with minimal to no support. The medical science has came farther than it used to be.
Candy's brother has seizures, and because of that, he's not allowed by the doctors. He's not allowed to live alone. He's got to have somebody with him 24/7.
Right, but the doctors didn't tell. Didn't at the time. Doctors probably told Candy's brother, and by that time, and when Goku got told that the same thing, medical science didn't have this bit of information. How old is Candy's brother?
He's older than her.
Candy's about my age, right? 30s?
Early 40s.
Early 40s, and she... Okay, well, see, that's the thing. If that's the case, then him and Goku's probably about the same age. In their time, when they got told that, medical science wasn't the great in this. In order for this information, this new thing that's been coming out, it's literally the last 10 years that medical and science had actually made this possible for people with seizures. I do bunches of research. I don't have seizures, but I do research because I have friends that have it. So I try to do research and actually help them and keep up to date with the medical stuff so I can help them try to live better, minimal to no help lives. And there are literally medical proven documents written and backed up by medical professionals of celebrities who's done this, who has seizures, to live by themselves or with minimal support.
Celebrities never lived completely alone, though. They've always got a bodyguard somewhere.
This is true.
There is always somebody nearby.
This is true, but at the same time, for the most part, they're left alone unless absolutely needed.
Well, they've had the technology for a while now, fall sensors and shit, where you just have a pendant on around your neck, and if you fall, it senses that you fell.
Right, but we're not talking about that. We're not talking about that technology. We're talking about technology that can literally. I don't remember exactly what the thing is. Basically, what it is you have some surgery done, and whatnot, and then from there it's like muscle memory. You teach your brain after that surgery, you teach your brain to make new synapses. With this new medical science, this whatever they give you during the surgery makes yourself be able to make new synapses in your brain to override what's happened by the seizures. But
they've got.
And this was after the fall sensor stuff. The fall sensor stuff was meant to help with that. And it did help with that. This is something brand new in the last 10 years.
Using stem cells.
I do know it was not stem cells. It was completely something else.
A stem cell can be reprogrammed to replace any damaged tissue in the body. The problem is, after you're born, your body stops producing stem cells at the age of 1.
Right.
So, it's very controversial research, into using stem cells for anything because of, it's the only way to get it is to harvest from babies.
Right.
It's the only way to get stem cells.
Which is why this particular surgery has nothing to do with stem cells. So I don't remember. I'll have to find it again and whatnot. But it was really really cool research done, because it had nothing to do with stem cells. It had to do with nothing that we knew of. In fact, it was a process and a medication that I never even heard of. I never even knew existed. Like it was that brand new in the last 10 years.
Well, yeah, science keeps marching on.
Exactly. Except in medical science specifically in the last 10 years, not just what were we talking about?
Science in general.
Well, no.
But as Dr. Malcolm put it, your scientists were so obsessed with whether they could, they didn't stop to think about whether they should.
Exactly.
I think next time I decide to defrag the entire system, I'll just set it to run and go to bed. Because
Right.
at this rate, it's going to be quite a while before it finishes.
You know, you can stop that or pause it or whatever and then do it later.
Well, I'd have to reboot.
That's fine. I mean,
It's younger?
You would have to reboot either way, so, you know, it works.
Well, she's telling me George is actually younger.
Oh, gotcha.
So he's 39?
Oh, yeah. I'm 36. When I was born, if I had seizures when I was diagnosed, probably got told the same at the time he was told. Medical science didn't have this technology. This is literally, I mean, he probably got diagnosed at 20 or younger.
I'm trying to get an answer here. Hang on.
Okay.
He's how old? 2 years younger than you.
Older than me.
So he's 39. Okay.
Okay, the point is that he was probably diagnosed somewhere in his 20s or his teens or younger, which means medical science back then did not have this technology. It wasn't a thing until the last 10 years. He probably doesn't even know about it, because technically I had to do some very deep searching for this. When I found it literally about probably 2 years ago, it was so brand new that it wasn't even available to the main market. You had just kind of like the last 2 years, they came out with like a pacemaker type thing that goes underneath your skin, but it's nothing about a pacemaker, but it's kind of the same device, but for sleep apnea, so you don't have to wear the hose and everything like that. But just like that, it's a you got to qualify for it. Now, with a sleep apnea device under your skin, like that works like a pacemaker type thing, but stimulates that sleep apnea nerve, that's probably going to go mainstream far quicker than what I was reading on the seizure process. Because from what I understood when reading that seizure process, the doctors and the patient is literally in the OR on this surgery for 4 hours straight. And then you got to be in the hospital for at least 2 weeks afterwards to see if there's any complications. It's a very, very intricate, very complicated process. But when finished, you're supposed to be able to naturally form your own synapses again, just by doing muscle memory stuff. I don't think that's going to go, even though it was new. It's in the last 10 years. I mean, it's been out for like, I don't know, 7-8 years now, and it still hasn't gone mainstream because it's that complicated. It's definitely a you got to qualify for it scenario. I have to find it again to actually tell you about it. Yeah, that's the thing. I sit at home all day. I have no job. I have no car. I sit and study stuff for other people so I can help other people. But yet, somehow, I'm a problem on purpose because I have no car and no job. We're not getting into that. We're not dealing with it anymore. Just like my original race, the musical Blue Jays, was based on a person, but was not the person. And them, my uncle, and everyone had a damn problem with it. Well, no more. I'm done bowing down to people who have a problem with creative writing. I'm a creative writer for a reason. I don't need to be destroying my stuff for the sake of people because they don't have any imagination. There's many different forms of creativity. I just happen to take my creativity from things I watch, from things I see, whether it be people, TV shows, or movies. It doesn't matter. I don't just have a creativity, imaginative mind. I use people, things, TV shows, and movies around me rather than other books. And that seems to be a concept that my family and friends just doesn't fucking understand. They think I should be reading books and basing my shit off of other books. That's just not how I operate because I don't read books. What I do read is medical documents to learn about autism as well as other things for my other friends so I can actually help them out be better with their disabilities. But somehow I'm purposely a problem. Yeah, I better stop there, otherwise I'm going to be ranting for the next 6 hours. It's a very, very annoying topic because I for the last 10 years, I have done nothing but destroy my own creations, my own creative writing stuff for the sake of others. Mostly because my family had a damn problem with it for the way I do it. And it was so bad the last 2.5 years that I was this close from destroying one of the best poems I've ever written in my life. Even though that was one of the best poems I have ever written in my life. I was that close to destroying it for the sake of others. Because people had a problem with it. No more, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not going to destroy my own work for the sake of others because somebody's got a problem with it. That's like telling Taylor Swift and Beyonce that, their songs that they write and then sing, they can't do either. Not tolerating it anymore. I'm not going to do it. That's all I'm going to say. Leaving it at that for now. Until the next time. As you can see, it's a little bit of a testy subject for me right now.
Trying to look at my just looking for the messages. From my doctor's office here. Haven't gotten one. Well, I got my lab results, but the damn lab results are HTML files that when I click on it, it insists on downloading the stupid file instead of just opening it.
But oh,
they do a they do a whole bunch of tests on me every 3 months because the meds I'm on, they have to watch out and make sure the meds aren't affecting my kidneys.
Oh, fun. Oh!
Yeah.
Speaking of my sleep apnea, I'm actually supposed to be going in for a sleep apnea test to see if I qualify for said for said surgery to put that device underneath my skin for the sleep apnea nerve stimulation.
My doctor keeps trying to get me one of those. I'm sure you've seen commercials for it. It's a glucose meter that you wear. Instead of having to stick your finger all the time, it reads your glucose from your skin.
Right.
Fucking Medicaid won't pay for it.
Why am I not surprised about that?
Because it's Medicaid.
Exactly. I have it. I have Medicaid and Medicare. Trust me, I know all too well.
Well, used to, after you'd been on Medicaid for a while, you would automatically qualify for Medicare. But not anymore. Now I have to wait till I'm 65 and hope they decide to give it to me.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Because of my autism, I had Medicare, so I've always had Medicare. But over the years, where it used to be really dominant, I now for some reason have Medicaid, where Medicaid takes over most of the stuff, but I still have Medicare in the back, and then I have something called Silver Script, whatever the heck that is. I haven't looked into it yet. But I hear Silver Script is for the prescriptions, but it's like I already don't have any co-pays for my doctor's appointments or prescriptions anyway. It's like I don't really need any help. I have Silver Script and I don't even use it because I don't need to.
Well, Walmart has it set up with, whatever prescriptions my Medicaid won't pay for, they send it through GoodRx instead.
I actually have a couple, several apps on my phone in case I ever do need to do that. But usually all my medications are paid for. Not a single dime I have to spend. Only thing I have to spend for is like $40 for bloody Allegra D just for allergy season for spring and fall, and then like $40 a month also. So $80 total a month on just allergy medications between Flonase and Allegra D. It's absolutely ridiculous.
You should be able to get those as a prescription. and then you wouldn't have a copay.
That's what my doctor said, but the problem is my medical insurance won't pay for it. Why? Because it's over-the-counter medicine. And apparently my plan doesn't cover over-the-counter medications.
So have them prescribe the prescription strength. That's what we had to do to get Candy's stomach medicine. There is an over-the-counter version, but for her Medicaid to cover it, she had to get prescribed the prescription strength.
Right, and I actually have some new medication I want to try. There's a new thing that is supposed to replace Flonase that's supposed to work quicker and faster than Flonase. And then there's also supposed to be a new one that replaces Allegra that's supposed to be faster and quicker than Allegra. And unlike Allegra being 12 to 24 hours depending on which one you get, you can take it actually a lot sooner than the Allegra does usually, if needed.
Well, you're familiar with Prilosec, right?
No, you're kidding. I can't pronounce like 99% of all medications. You kidding? Who's ever came up with these stupid names of medications needs to be shot.
Well, at least I'm not trying to tell you the Latin name for it.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
But now Prilosec is the name brand. And it's an acid reducer. Heartburn medicine. And I guess it's similar to Allegra, but for, heartburn instead of
Allergies?
allergies.
Yeah.
Well, the doctor wrote her a prescription so she can get prescription strength Prilosec with no copay. Because otherwise, we'd be paying like $20 a bottle for the same damn thing.
Right.
So, yeah, don't let your doctors BS you. There are prescription versions of all the over-the-counter shit that you're currently taking.
Problem is, I got one allergy pill left, and I needed the medicine before my next appointment, which is literally 6th of next month. I'm going to be going into the doctor's office looking like I have bloody COVID or a cold or the flu. I can guarantee you it.
Call your doctor's office, tell them you need a refill.
I did. Doctor came back with saying, "Sorry, we got to see you on the next appointment, so you can talk to us about it in person."
Sounds to me like you need a new doctor.
Trust me, I'm not too happy with it. So now, what was I doing? Yeah, I'm doing my recreation of my race again. Really want more civic picks.
She trying to make off with my soda.
Very nice.
I don't care. She can have it. I'll go grab another one. Jesus, they're proud of these fucking solid state drives, ain't they?
Yes, they are. Just wait till you research the MBRs.
Well, the cheapest I'm seeing on my screen right now for a 2 terabyte is $124 by Crucial.
Like I said, wait till you go into MBRs.
A 2 terabyte Western Digital Red, which is judging from what's listed here, is the same speed as a WD Blue. They want $205 for it.
Am I not surprised?
Fucking ridiculous. Especially when I can go to Walmart and buy an external 6 terabyte for a lot less than that.
Right? But see, that's the thing. In order to get the cheaper price, you have to physically go to the store. You're not paying for cheap price when you order online. You're paying for convenience fees. Because it's having it delivered to you.
99% of the time, it's cheaper to get it on Amazon.
Usually.
Than going to Walmart.
Usually.
But the issue is, I don't know if that 6 terabyte at Walmart is a spinning rust or is that an SSD?
Usually spinning rust.
Like, I have a 6 terabyte Western Digital MyBook. Yeah, that's the drive I was showing you, is 0 bytes free. That one, that's definitely spinning rust drive. But it connects over USB 3, so it's It's fast enough.
Right.
I think a lot of what you're paying for on these 2.5-inch SSDs is the fucking plastic.
Probably.
Because I can get an M.2. Let's see, where was that? I saw an M.2 earlier that's a lot cheaper for the same capacity. But the issue is I don't have any M.2 slots. I have one M.2 adapter that lets me put an M.2 on this adapter card and plug that into a PCIe slot.
Right.
But the motherboard doesn't have any M.2. Yeah, I love how they have this whole strip. Buy it again. Showing all the crap I've bought on Amazon.
Right.
Candy's dad's supposed to be going in for surgery on his eyes, but they can only do one eye at a time.
Right.
He's getting frustrated because he can't play his games because he can't see to play them.
Right.
Ah, man. Shit. That damn sponge filter I bought for the fish tank is at half the price I paid for it. What I paid for it the first time was double what it is now for the same damn filter. $628 now, and it was 13 something the first time I bought it. Sponge filters work great as long as cats leave the damn airlines alone.
Right.
I don't know how many times I've replaced the air hoses before I just said fuck it. Oh, that's the cheaper one that didn't last even a month. That's why it's only $6. It's the other one that I bought that's dual sponge like that, but the filter's actually bigger. Those are actually the better air filters. Or not air-powered filter, water filter. Huh. The damn box fan that I have behind me is an Amazon Basics. They're up to $32.99 now. I think when I bought it, I paid like $20 for it. The buy again page is not showing the other filter I bought.
Sometimes items get removed from the Amazon stuff, especially if they don't sell them anymore?
Well, that's the thing. A lot of the stuff that we have bought, you know, it may not be available from that seller, but another seller will have the exact same thing under a different name.
That's true too.
One of these days, I need to get around to hooking that replacement power pack for my Raspberry Pi. Can hook it up. It's a 5.1 volt, 3 amp, and it's one of those that it's got USB-C and micro B,
Right.
and you know, so if you have a USB-C device, you just plug it straight in. But if it's micro B, like my Raspberry Pi 3 here, there's an adapter that comes with the power pack. You plug the cord into the adapter and plug the adapter into the Pi. I have pretty well given up on the damn electric pump powered fish tank filters. They don't last more than a month or two.
They really don't. I don't own a fish tank filter, but I know people that do, and they say it's literally a lot of trouble.
Well, even if the pump itself lasts, 6 months or whatever, the damn cartridges. Before I finally just gave up on it, I was having to change the damn cartridge practically every day. That's how much crap it was pulling out of the water.
Right.
And they say not to change it, to change that cartridge every month, not every day.
Right.
Because over the course of the month, it builds up the beneficial bacteria. And yeah, it just, when it clogs within a day, there's only so much you can do,
Right.
So yes, I could pick up another 10-gallon filter for $11 off Amazon, or go to Walmart and buy the same damn thing for $20, and it wouldn't last a month. So I have all these extra cartridges for filters that no longer run because the stupid impeller broke, or the motor burned out, or whatever fucking reason the impeller stopped.
Right.
They don't pump water anymore.
Star hopping's all fun
water,
and games
well, that
until you trip
cartridge
an
is
alarm
absolutely no
and
good.
some angry drones appear.
Alert. Possible organic life.
The only certainties in this galaxy are death
When
and
I
the
first hooked
occasional...
up a new one with a new
The only
cartridge,
certainties in this galaxy...
by the next day,
We've got
the water in the
augmentations
tank
that
is
haven't
nice
even
and
hit the black
clear,
market.
and the fish are happy, and then, by the end of that day, I'm having to change out the damn cartridge again. Well, the plants in the tank are doing great. They got plenty of bio to feed on, but that reminds me, I gotta put some more aquarium fertilizer in for the fish tanks. I made the mistake of putting duckweed in my fish tanks.
Gotcha.
So now I have more duckweed than I could shake a stick at.
Dick.
You put, 3 or 4 leaves, plants of duckweed in your tank, and a week or 2 later, there's no light reaching the bottom of the tank because it's all covered in duckweed. If the local pet shop that was here in Southside was still open, I would bag a bunch of it up, take it to him. Here, you deal with it. I guarantee you in 2 weeks I'll have it this much again.
Right.
It's like, okay, that is a plant that I will never, ever, ever have to buy again. I just take a few out of my existing tank and put it in the new one.
Right.
2 weeks later, I'll be dumping half of it down the fucking sink or something. Now it's still working on the files for Wolfenstein New Order. Seriously? Ugh. If I could find my damn SATA power splitter, which I've got 2 or 3 in a bag somewhere, I could steal some power off my C drive to run another 2.5-inch SSD.
Right.
But I can't find the stupid splitters. And I can't find the baggie that has... I have a modular power supply. Well, the cables that I didn't hook up when I first installed that power supply, I can't find them now.
Really?
When I first set up the power supply, I didn't need all of the cables, so I put the leftovers back in the bag and put it up. Well, I put it up so well I can't find it myself.
I do. I've done that a couple times with several different things. I'll put something away and I'll think, oh, I know exactly where this is going to be whenever I need it next time. No. Never again. It's lost in my stuff somewhere. And then whenever I move, I'm like, oh, there it is. And then when I get to the new place, I put it in a spot. I'm going to remember it's here. No.
Yep. You want to guarantee you can always find it? Put it somewhere you'll trip on it daily.
Right, exactly. I'm still actually basing this particular, even though it's not the musical Blue Jays, I am still basing this character around what that person might actually like for this. So. Something other than that. I actually don't know what the colors this person likes. I'm just kind of going with what I know of them and their personality. Or trying to, at least. Never actually got to talk to him. At this point, it's probably too late. I'm already gone from the original building, and actually made it quite new friend. Where's my phone? I gotta make sure I get my phone out. A black girl, 23, She's from Africa, by the way. Only know this because of the name, but I gotta make sure I actually say her name right. Rahabu? I don't know. I'm never good with the African names. The caseworker. She's also from Africa, and her. I think how she pronounced it is like Fuzia, but I can never remember that offhand, and so I always call her Faucia because it's just easier for me to remember. Don't ask how I came up with that. It is what it is. I was never good with the African names. I have already enough trouble trying to remember people's names. Throw in a weird name like those, and I just struggle.
Yeah. Some foreign names are easier than others.
I can agree to that for sure.
Well, like Spanish or French foreign names, and some German are actually easier to pronounce, for me at least.
Right.
And I guess a lot of that is because of how I learned to read. I was reading the newspaper at 3 years old.
Impressive.
Yeah, Mom used to love to tell people about it. I'm like, Mom. But, yeah.
Whoa, give me a second. Oh! Alexa, light on. I'm trying to set up the ship appearances, and I got to the bloody habitat complex because I really like the look of some of the habitat complexes, and I get to the aquatic habitat complex, and it's so bright. It's so dark in my apartment because it's dark outside. It was like blinding habitat complex. I had to turn on my light. Woo! That one was a little bright, even for me. My eyes are still trying to adjust.
Yep, that's why I have a little desk lamp that I aim at the ceiling, and it sits on top of my tower.
I do think the aquatic is going to be the winner here, though. Although that one looks... It looks kind of okay. Ugh. Even I... Okay. Ooh. That one's going to be one of the two winners.
Okay, now it's working on my Bioshock.
It's a walking plant in space! Oh, that's terrible. Okay. We have that. Ooh. I think they would like that, honestly. So we're going on with that.
Do you have Titan Quest? Candy's getting frustrated because her family's supposed to be playing Titan Quest with her, and they keep finding anything and everything else to do.
Oh, that sounds like Goku. I feel that.
Yeah, it doesn't help our tempers when it's so fucking hot in here.
To be fair, it's in the 70s today. It's not as bad as it has been the last few weeks. I mean, it got so bad in your house that cheese was melting, okay? Trust me, it's not that bad today. Maybe bad, but it's not cheese melting bad.
It's still warm enough to melt cheese in the bedroom.
Oh, I'm sure, but it's probably not that bad, like it was that day.
Sensor over there reads 91 degrees in the room.
And you said that day it was like 105, so you know.
Well, it felt like 105 in here for damn sure. 90... Is that 79% humidity? Or is that 90-something?
Okay.
The blue lights should tell you.
Okay.
Hold on, Curtis. What is it? 91 degrees at 59 humidity? Jesus.
Hey, I got an idea. Alexa, temperature in Columbia, Missouri.
Right now, it's 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 60 degrees. By the way, I am trying to respond from the right place. Was this the device you expected?
What do you think? I'm 2 inches away from you.
I don't know that one.
Of course you don't. I was being sarcastic. You don't understand sarcasm.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Temperature in Siberia. Yeah, it'd be a lot cooler in Siberia. The average temperature in summer for Siberia, Russia, -40 for a high.
Wow. Impressive. Siberia, -40. That sounds like shorts weather to me.
Does it only do that when you're playing Titan Quest?
Any other stuff too.
So anytime the system is under load.
Anything. On the string.
It sounds like we need to take her computer and blow it out again.
Gotcha. So here we go. We got the instead of the musical Blue Jays, the original organic race, we now have the Jays Around the Moon machine race. Instead of it being what was it, MBJ as the adjective, it is jam as the adjective. The ship prefix, musical jam. Homeworld name, Jam the Musical. Star name, Jam Prime.
Jam Prime. Okay, Defrag is currently working on the Star Trek Online files.
Very nice. So,
that will take a while.
So my city appearance, that is not right. I had it on machine.
Oh, you've got 7 days to die.
You play?
She's looking at your games list. Filtered by the ones we both, you both own.
Oh, trust me, I got a lot on my games list on Steam. Over 200 games. That's just Steam alone. That's not counting Epic Games. That's not including Ubisoft. That's not including GOG. List goes on.
Oh no. She found out you have Borderlands.
I do have Borderlands, yes. Don't really have anybody to play them with, but,
You can play it with her. She loves Borderlands. Wait, what?
Yes, Master Chief.
You've got the Master Chief Collection?
I do. I played it. I played the Halo Master Chief collection a little bit in my past.
And No Man's
It's
Sky.
it's actually one of the few shooter games I will actually play, believe it or not. I think that's the winner.
Well, just because he's got it in the collection don't mean he actually plays them. You've got Civ 3.
I have Civ 3, yes. Hey, I have
Why?
the original. I have the original Sims 1 with all the DLC, and every time I break that sucker out, I can literally install it on my Windows 11. Even though it was made for Windows 95, 98, and XP, I can install it on my on my Windows 11, and it will still work to this day. It's like one of the very rare few games that still work on newer operating system. But you can also download a free copy off of one of the abandonware websites. But let me tell you, I am always going for the Making Magic DLC as quickly as possible because I gotta have my pet dragon. Just saying.
I have. I think Making Magic was the last one I bought when I was still actively playing Sims 1.
Well, if you actually play Sims 1, I can find you the abandonware website that I use for some of the older games like that. And other than the Sims 1, there's also Microsoft's Zoo Tycoon Complete Collection that also still works on later today operating system. I think the only reason why Microsoft literally considers Zoo Tycoon Complete Collection as abandonware, and why EA Games considers Sims 1 abandonware, is because they made the game so damn good that they work even on today's operating systems. It's hilarious.
Well, yeah, the 64-bit processor is perfectly capable of still running 32-bit apps.
Right, but most things don't.
It's the 16-bit stuff. Even though the hardware is capable, the software, the Windows, they took out the 16-bit subsystem. So the fact that you can still install from disk tells me that the installer is 32-bit.
Well, no, I don't install from disk anymore because one, disks at this point is so scratched up, it's ain't even funny. But I still have my original, complete collection with all the DLC paper that I literally made. I literally made a paper sheet and printed it out on my grandma's computer back in the day of all my CD keys on a sheet of paper. I still have it in storage with all my Sims complete collection. The Sims 1 and all the DLCs listed in order of when they came out.
Yep. I did the same thing. I put all my CD keys on a piece of paper and I put it in the CD binder with all my Sims 1 discs.
Nowadays,
I bet you that fucking paper's gone.
Mine is still around, although it has a few, food and drink stains on it now. And it's been folded and walloped and messed with so many times. I'm surprised it's not falling apart yet. That piece of sheet of paper has to be like 20 years old at this point.
Well, to give you an give you an idea of just how old the paper was, I printed that off when I was still with my second wife. God, going on 20 years ago?
Wow.
Well, Superstore and Making Magic had just come out, and we had bought it, and wasn't too long after that she and I split up.
Wow. I have to tell you though, I thought the Sims Hot Date DLC, it was interesting, but like
I never could pull off a successful date on that one.
Let me just tell you, I already have enough women problems in real life that when trying to play the DLC for Hot Day, even on today's operating system, I fail spectacularly. Like it's done and over with on the first date. I can't win.
Yeah, I never could get through the first date on it either.
Well, at least you have a wife. I can't even get a girlfriend. Heck, I can't even get a girl to talk to me. So for the most part, although this black girl, 23-year-old, she actually does want to talk and be friends. So I actually have a actual female friend that actually wants to be friends outside of crap for a change. Actually got her number today, so I could actually add her to the Agape group, which, ironically enough, would not let me at the time. So bloody iPhone, it takes like 3 hours or more for it to actually, hey, you got a new contact programmed in your phone. But it's also the iPhone SE, which is after 8, after 8, but before 10. Basically, the iPhone 9, without being set the iPhone 9. I am due for a new iPhone upgrade at this point. It's becoming a little frustrating.
I completely forgot about the Legacy Games program.
Somebody just entered the chat.
Hey, Goku.
Hey.
You have to give me a little more time. Once I'm done with my cousin, then I'll come in.
Well, me and Summer will be playing a game by then, so I know
maybe this damn thing keeps taking its sweet time getting anything done.
I said you could pause it and do it reboot and then do it again while you're sleeping.
So the Revo uninstaller way did not work?
I have yet to reboot. I've been waiting on this shit to finish defragging.
Oh, no. I'm talking about for Hamster.
Goku, I have tried to uninstall it with Revo. I've tried to uninstall it regular. Nothing I have done has fixed Star Citizen to run. You're talking about a system that was reformatted recently with the latest version of Atlas OS, which I never put Star Citizen on after that reformat until just a few days ago. It was installed on the old Atlas OS before I reformatted to the new Atlas OS. And the only reason why I reformatted was because that's what they said you had to do. And ever since then, now it all of a sudden doesn't bloody work.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting because the beta launcher and everything works for me.
And every fix I found on the web, every fix that literally Star Citizen Help said in their Discord, everything I have tried.
That's because, well, this error isn't particular to Citizen.
Right.
I'll
But
be right back, guys.
but even their suggestions on how to fix it was stuff I already tried. It's like none of the normal methods of how the web or Star Citizen says it's supposed to be fixed
Reminder.
fixes it.
Take medication. This is a reminder. Take medication.
Just a reminder, take your funny pills.
It's not my funny pills, but it is my allergy medication. So
Need more funny pills.
I may not need to take the Allegra tonight. I'm not really feeling very allergic, and I only have one pill left, so I really gotta. And I got to until the 6th to be able to get that done.
Alright, so just a little more time.
Yeah, but there's no guarantee I'll be ready. You'll be available tomorrow. So
you'll be around in less than 30 minutes, right?
today,
Yeah.
maybe, but it's possible me and Summer will be playing a game by then. I waited up for you all day, dude. It's game time.
Alrighty.
What's up? Oh, I joke you'd hate the game. Actually, yeah, you would hate the game. It's real time. It's real time strategy. It's not turn based, but it's real time strategy. But it's a very, very older game, so it's a possibility you might like it. And it's web browser based. I know Summer would probably join me on it. A lot of the stuff that you do is more text based than graphical. Especially with chatting.
What game?
Greepolis.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it! Oh my gosh! I gotta break out Greepolis here.
Alright. Now my cousin's back.
Alright. I wish I had some friends to play this with. Here is posting it to the general Discord chat, and then I'm gonna find a YouTube video.
Ancient Greece Empire.
Yes, it's a very, very old game, but it keeps getting and receiving updates. I love it. I really would like some friends to play with. My mom quit playing it. So.
Dans un monde de mythes.
That's a very good one.
In a world.
There we go. And there's the official trailer. If you're in, it's a real-time strategy and very, very much older game. It's still very popular. If you're interested, I can watch out for a world that I love to play on. And if they come out with a new world that you can play on, I'll let you know. Assuming that my account even still exists. The Agape group uses to chat with the rest of the Agape people. Kind of like Twitter or more like Telegram than anything. Mostly Telegram.
So these trailers make it seem like.
Okay, cool. Let me know, and I will get you added to the Agape group once you do that.
It sounds to me like a mobile.
Well, I will
got
try
converted.
to help you get in. I was told that maybe I not have permissions to do so. But according to the actual stuff, I have the ability. Whether or not it actually says and allows me to, that's a different story. We'll just have to work on it tomorrow. Since you've only been going to the church for 2 weeks, I figured you might want to be part of the Agape group. Especially since 2 weeks in a row, you know, Taxi has taken us home in the same taxi. Have a good night. Talk to you tomorrow. What was that, Summer?
Oh, those trailers make it seem like a mobile game.
Ah, it is a mobile game, but it came from a web version originally. So the original website still exists. You can still play it on the website. But if you happen to be away from home or not at your computer, the mobile app is definitely a way to go. However, I always recommend trying to do everything on the website because there is actual web extensions that you can modify the HUD and make things look better, which I could also hook you up with. Assuming that they still exist. Last time I tried to break it out by myself, some of the stuff that I used didn't actually exist anymore. But some of the major players of the UI changes still did, so. Anyway, back to what I was trying to tell you. The J's around the moon. The ruler appearance is literally a non-gender robot. Why a robot has to choose a gender, I'll never know, but because it's a robot, I chose non-gender. The name is literally, for the actual ruler, is called the Jammer. The ruler title or jam. I still haven't come up with a biography for the ruler, so I'm kind of stuck on how I'm going to do that. So you got the ruler that is a core jam called the jammer, with a species name of the Jays around the moon, with the plural adjective, basically the tag of jam, with a homeworld name of Jam the Musical, with the star name of Jam Prime. What do you think? Think it's too much jam? See, this is what I do. I use a person's personality of what I know about them, or something off a TV show or movie, and I create something. I create a theme, and that theme becomes my game. It's how I'm creative. It's what I do to be creative, and people's got a problem with it. Some of the stuff I come up with as a creative person, basing it off of somebody, is better than just trying to create something out of thin air, you know? I mean, I'm a creative writer. It doesn't matter if you're a creative singer writing your song. It doesn't matter if you're a creative writer writing for ghost writing for a book author, or a creative writer ghost writing for a TV show or movie, or just being a TV show writer, movie, creative writer. It doesn't matter what type of creative writer you are. It all is based off of someone or something. That's where we get our ideas. I mean, technically, even if it comes out of a book, it's based off something, maybe not someone. But I can guarantee you some of those characters in almost every book is based off someone. Because that's what creative writing do. We use things from other personalities, whether it be characters or other people specifically. It's what creative writing is. We gotta have a base to start somewhere. But what do you think? Is it too much jam, or do you think it's pretty cool?
Too much jam.
Too much jam? Yeah, I really wish I had some strawberry jam right now. I really do. I'm hungry for strawberry jam and toast. Sounds really good right now. I need a toaster. I just realized I don't have a toaster. Been here 2.5 years and I don't have a toaster. But then again, I've been 2.5 years. Didn't go to the movie theater once until just recently either. So, you know. I didn't know that changed. What was this? Analog index, okay. Of course that doesn't change that. Go figure. Learning something new about my game I've been playing for years. They always say if you're not learning something new, you're not growing. What do you have to say to that?
The day you stop learning is the day they put you in the ground.
The day you stop learning what?
It's the day they put you in the ground.
Very good. That's the way to look at it. Alright, multiplayer servers up. Hamster, fish. You know what that means. Hamster is the name, fish is the pass. If you really must, you can call me a fishy hamster. Oh, the jokes keep on coming tonight. I'll be right back. I gotta go use the restroom. Oh. What's with the invite URL?
You wanted someone to play this with.
Oh crap! I didn't realize you actually signed up for it. I don't even remember my stuff. Apparently my account no longer exists. But then again, I haven't played like in 10 years. Like it was like somewhere around 2015 is when I last stopped playing. Not surprised that my actual thing is not there anymore. Alright, I'll sign up later. Because that's going to take a little time to set up.
She's wanting to go to the store.
Okay. Oh, you're already playing Great Polis. Well, Well, just so you know, you're just doing the basics, but you're going to be backing out of that particular world, and we're going to be syncing up in a different location together. We'll have to coordinate it, and I'll teach you how to do it, because it's a little bit complicated. Even with the newer updates and graphical updates, it's still a little bit complicated. But go ahead and do this tutorial stuff, so you know what you're doing when we do get to the right world. There's that one particular world I like to play on. Well, if you want to go to the store, that gives you ample opportunity, because technically Goku is going to be available to help, apparently.
So if I just leave this running, will it be alright?
Oh yeah, it's completely online, on the web. I mean, technically, with it being a web browser game, it works like any other web browser game that is MMO. Constantly running. And you just check into it. It's not like just like any older MMOs first generated before you had a log out and log in, and when you logged out, everything halted. This is actually one of the very few rare MMOs that first started out as an MMO that started the whole MMO phase that does not stop when you log out. There's another game called Sim Country.
There sounds like every mobile game on the market.
Okay, so this was what started also the mobile game of that phase in general. You're talking about a game that was made in 2009. Okay, this was literally during the age when phones were just starting to become very popular and smartphones didn't exist yet. This started the smartphone phase of these type of games on the phone. This was the original starting of it all.
I've played several games that start out this way. You build your city and do this and this and this to upgrade it. And then you come back a couple of days later and somebody, 1,000 levels higher has come in and stomped your ass and, oh, well, no longer fun to play.
Okay, so this game does not work like that. There's actually very much. So unlike the games of giving you a few days, if memory serves, this gives you an entire week. Unlike the games of today, they give you ample time to be protected. And if memory serves, you can extend that time if you got the gold to extend it, which you can either buy for, or you can sell on the market when you get high enough with your market. Back whenever I had a sprawling empire of like 100+ cities in this game, I was a threat, man. I was a threat in this game. Everyone hated me. There was one world I just joined, and instantly I was the target of everyone, because the last world I was on, I basically pwned all of them. They just didn't like me back then. So I was very, very good at this. Maybe a little rusty, but I can get it back. I can get my 100-city empire back. I had whole continents of just me. It was great. And I didn't have to spend a dime for gold. I did it all with the in-game market. It was beautiful. Held the #1 ranking in the entire world forever. I gotta remember how to actually switch the world, though. Da, 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 da. Good about that.
My troops are moving slower and slower.
They will early on. You can actually increase that with research. It's like riding a bicycle, let me tell you. Boom! There's what I was looking for.
It's too late tonight to go to the dollar store, so I guess we're going to the Exxon.
Do what?
Exxon used to be a truck stop.
Gotcha.
Dollar General closed half an hour ago.
Gotcha, gotcha.
Where the hell is that music coming from?
What music?
Well, it's quit now. Nope, there it goes again. Oh, it's coming from Acropolis.
Okay, so when you feel comfortable that you know the basics there, go to the top right of your screen where it has the little power button. You should recognize it because it's literally the power icon on a computer.
No, like I said, I gotta take her to the store real quick.
Well, this won't take you long, so if you...
Well, let me get built up here and then we'll talk about swapping walls or whatever.
Fair enough. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the specific world. Basically, hit that power button. It'll take you to a logout screen where you can log back into the world that you were just in. But if you're not in the world that's called Othinius, basically what you want to do is just click on the button that says Other Worlds and find what is called the Casual World. You find the Casual World, do it. Because the Casual World is the one you want. Don't play anything else. The other ones are very, very much more harsh. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how to actually express it other than harsh. They're way harder to deal with. The Casual World, very much needed. I'm also going to be when you actually select the world, it comes up with what direction you want to go. We're going to start in the southwest direction, just so you know. So make sure you select southwest.
Well, you can explain all that when I get back.
Fair enough.
But for now, I'll see you in a bit.
Yep, see you in a bit. I guess this turned into a non-training session tonight. Oh well, but that's fine. I got a new game I can, or old game I can play with a friend. Huzzah! And people on my stream get to see an old classic game that still is around that spawned all of spawned the whole mobile game phase because it existed before the smartphone. It's great. So basic. And sometimes there's nothing like the basics. Hey, Goku.
Alrighty.
You actually lucked out because Summer and Candy's going to the store, so we got time now.
Alright. Okay, this error seems to be pretty generalized over many different programs.
And apparently, if none of the obvious things that it suggests to fix it fails, clearly it's something that is clearly not commonly known. Now, I literally am this close, Goku, just reformatting the computer.
Just to play Star Citizen, huh?
Just to play Star Citizen. You're right. I'm not kidding. It's that bad.
You've even tried disabling Aurora and all that.
Yep. Like I said, I disabled the security. And you know me, I use a custom group policy system, and basically turned my computer into a full DMZ computer. Okay. And so that way, it doesn't matter what I do. I don't have to mess with stupid firewall rules like everyone else in the commonplace. Everything is just allowed to begin with, incoming or outgoing. But I have my group policy set up to automatically deny everything for outgoing and incoming. That way I have my specific filters of allow everything. All ports, all IPs, everything per device. I never have to worry about the stupid firewall on the router. I don't have to worry about anything about my firewall on my computer because it's all pretty much done and over with for the most part. It's great. But I even went back and reset the group policy to default and set the firewall to default settings and allowed the program what I call the normie way. And it still brought up the same error. I really gotta get those filters. Taper Monkey. I forget that they renamed it to Taper Monkey.
So, what's this?
Oh, it's just a Go Chrome extension I'm looking for.
Tamper Monkey?
A Tamper Monkey. It's a script extension.
Yeah, because the Tamper Monkey, I know that one works with websites quite a bit. But you can't get some websites to
Apparently, they blocked that and consider it malicious. Okay,
what did?
See if the original Grease Monkey still exists.
Oh, Tamper Monkey, you can probably still get it, but you have to turn off those damn freaking bullshit. Mm-hmm. You're using Opera, right?
Yeah, I'm using Opera.
Well, you need to look inside its settings and see if there's something about malware, phishing, that kind of stuff, and turn those protections off. And then you may be able to download Tamper Gig. Because on Vivaldi, I had to do the same thing. It's something Google put in place that's causing all this bullshit.
Well, the way Microsoft is going to do things with Windows 11 with 24H2, sounds like Microsoft's going to be doing the same, but with their OS instead of a bloody browser. Just saying.
Yeah, people, already found measures around it for now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Of course, running the game admin, that's gonna work.
Forgot that requires a sign in. I'll do that later. And that's a map tool. I'll do that later. One. Want to see if it's the same one as I remember it, or if there's something different about it. Boom! Alright! That is the same. Love it! Don't need that. Boom. Finally, thank you. That's what I needed this entire time. Reload. There we go. All right. If I can remember how I set this up. Quack. I remember Quack. That was interesting. I don't want to delay either. My clouds! I got my clouds back! Love it! Hate it that they removed those in the latest updates. That's... And I can see it still has a few bugs. Fixed it. Like riding a bicycle.
You already did C++ and .NET.
I even went out of my way and removed them all with Revo and Installer and reinstalled them, and it still didn't work.
Have you tried? DirectX.
I checked DirectX. It says it's running the either the latest or the same. Or the same or newer is what it said, technically. Which is basically saying I got the latest.
Yeah, if only they had a way to just go over it.
Right.
So that's one less down. This one's a very obscure error. There's so many different things.
Yeah, tell me about it. And everything that the web says to try, it didn't work. It's clearly such an uncommon whatever I have is so uncommon that I can't find anything on the web very easily on it. Back to what I was doing.
Yeah, it also suggested doing the system corruption thing, which you already did.
I did that 3 times. Not only did I do it the first time, but then I did it a driver and Windows update and did it again to be safe. And then after I did all the other stuff, I did it again just to be safe, and it still didn't work. I'm very persistent in making sure I did that, you know? Oh yeah, my Gripolis Tools convert button that makes converting a report so much easier. The old classic way to do it is so complicated. Hmm. What am I missing the most for resources? Wood is what I'm missing the most. And stone, apparently. Oh yeah, no right-clicking to get rid of the notifications. Really old school. Hmm. Right, 3, 3, 1, 2. So, boom, boom. It's gonna be forever to get that 100 gold to do that again. I think this a real-time strategy game, Goku, you would enjoy the most. I mean, it is. We're talking about old school real-time strategy, web-based. Before, kind of like you have today for today's mobile games, but before smartphones existed, this game existed. That's how old this game is. So you might actually enjoy it. Here, I'm sure Summer will share his screen whenever he gets in, but I'll share my screen right for now. Even though I know you only have one monitor. Just in case you want to check it out at some point. We will not share the audio. Will not notify. Well, I'll notify just because. All right. Definitely different options than there was, 5-10 years ago. Actually can see stuff better with the UI updates. Nice. And look at that. Already in the top 500, and I started at 800.
One thing we haven't gone to is event viewer.
I didn't go to the event viewer either, honestly.
Yeah, might be time to check that out. Maybe it'll point to what's causing the problem. So far, everything I find is a bunch of shit. So event viewer might be our thing. Also, they mentioned your system locale. Make sure it's set correctly.
System locale, what do you mean?
Okay. English, United States. You know.
That might actually have something to do with it. Now, how do I actually remember how to do that? I don't even have to. I don't even have to check the event viewer log, because I know for a matter of fact I installed it with the international version, which puts it in Great Britain version. Oh, how do I do that again?
Control panel. Okay, then we go to region.
English world. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Change it to regular English. You got it on.
Well, which English do you want? We got English in every language possible.
We want the normal one.
So we want U.S. outlying islands or U.S. Virginian islands, right?
No.
Fair enough. Watch it. That was what did it the entire time. Just watch it work now. Like magic. Surprisingly, guess what? Same error.
Okay.
Now we'll go to event viewer.
Yeah. Okay. So, here we go. Here we go. Okay. She may have to stream it.
Oh, I do actually have it streaming. I mean, I technically have my desktop streaming, not the actual thing.
Oh, you have it streaming? Yeah, you probably do.
No, I got my computer screaming at this point. Trust me. There's so many errors on this right now. It's not even funny. Just for the administrative events.
Be right back. Give me taking care of.
It's bloody hilarious. There's not even an event log. Not even an event log.
Alrighty.
So Goku, this is going to be probably harder than you think. There's not even an event log that even said anything happened. For Star Citizen, anyways, it has everything else.
Well. I mean, as long as you didn't wipe your logs out, we might have something.
Nope, I didn't wipe the logs out. It just doesn't. There is no error involving. There's one warning at about probably, I don't know.
What's with the spy bots?
It's beacon. I don't know what's happened there.
Event ID 101. Source spy bot cannot be found.
I mean, at this point, beacon is basically running and whatnot, or should be running.
You can install or repair the component on the local computer. Yeah, people tried that.
I mean, right now, so far it blocked 2. I don't know why it turned it off, but it didn't. But, you know. There you go. It's blocked 33 telemetries since this reboot. Malware bytes, Windows, Opera, site check, 26 attempts, 26 blocked. I'm actually kind of curious at what this is. The fact that there's 26 Opera site checks for data mining blocked. Now, that's hilarious. What did I press to get that?
China.
Clearly!
I think that's who's running the Opera GX.
Oh, you mean the Opera site check, the 26 attempts, 26 blocked? Probably China, yeah. You're probably right.
Yeah, yeah.
They mine everybody's crap. You kidding?
No, I'm saying Opera GX. China owns it.
Oh, I know. If USA government found that out, let me tell you, they would have a big field day about that and try to get it banned like they are TikTok.
No, the only reason they're getting TikTok banned because it's a big threat, really.
It's a social media platform. How is that a threat? You might as well be banning Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well.
Well, China won't bend the knee, so a ban.
Well, China's just being dicks anyways. They always have been. I mean, come on. They built the bloody Great Wall. You really think that it doesn't take a dictator that's being a dick?
Well, the Great Wall ain't really that much of a problem. It's the Great Firewall that's an issue.
Okay, in today's time, yes, it's the Great Firewall. But back in the day when that was built, it was a problem. There's a reason why it's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Just saying.
Yep. These days, all you need is some dynamite. No more wall.
And then you'd be having the international community on your butt for destruction of a world wonder. Don't really need that. You might as well find a way off the planet at that point.
Well, it's not really about that. I just say something like that. These days, you would just need dynamite and blow through.
Fair.
Verifying. Verify the shit out of it.
I have verified this thing so many times. I'm gonna get a bloody nose if I keep on verifying this. Just saying.
Initializing.
9:59 p.m. Last one was 9:54. Watch it. You just had to look at it, and it'll work.
We're waiting for the game. Look at it. Yeah.
Look at the time on my imaginary watch that's on my wrist.
Well, at least your system time is correct.
Better be. Just saying. That's the very first thing I change, so I actually know what time it is whenever I install Windows 11 with the international version.
Their new character customization is still not the greatest.
All right. So error did not occur this time, but now we got the endless game is loading, but yet no game window. How do you solve that problem? Because if the error doesn't occur, this occurs.
Well, just wait a little bit.
I've waited up to an hour, and it still didn't load.
No, I'm saying less than 2 minutes.
I will set a timer on my imaginary watch. In fact, I'll do one better. I'm going to play my other game for a minute. Bye-bye. It's going to be 5:15, 5:30. I already knew I made it in the top 1,000. I started at 800. In a matter of 5 minutes, I'm under 500. Because I'm familiar in how the mechanics of this game works. And the UI configurations of approved scripts make my job a whole heck of a lot easier.
It would be bad if I had to set up a damn archive somewhere. Send the whole game there for you to download the damn.
Don't ask why this is being so complicated, okay? Like I said, it worked on the old Atlas before I did the reformat, and I didn't install Star Citizen because I've been waiting for this update to drop to do so, and it just dropped 2 days ago, so that's when I installed it. And shit hasn't worked like it did on the old Atlas. But then again, since I installed this new Atlas, I've had a whole slew of problems I've never had before in my entire life of computers. But yet the old version of Atlas that was on it previously, no problems at all. Just everything worked. Just as it always has.
So now we gotta look at what problems have shown up since you've used this app besides this.
I mean, I already talked to you multiple times on the problems, but, you know, at the same time, you know, we fixed them all so far. This just happens to be the newest, latest problem I've ran across. I do notice that a lot of the time, a lot of my OS, for some odd reason, even if it's already you know, whatever, I can't download to the downloads folder on some things with my browser with Opera GX. Even though it's a legit software that you and I use daily, for some reason, it won't download to the downloads folder certain days. But other days it will. But I can bypass it by downloading it to my desktop. Don't know why! I've never had that issue where I just can't download to the downloads folder.
Okay.
I had that happen every time. Like one day it'll work, next day it won't. One day it'll work, next day it won't. Really annoying. But at least I found a workaround for it.
Okay. Close Star Citizen.
Well, closing it with the X is not going to work. It still runs on the taskbar, so I got to do it the hardcore way. Just to get it to stop.
And make sure it's all dead past me.
And that is another thing you're going to enjoy. I was afraid you were going to ask that. Guess what is in my thing? Star Citizen. And for some odd reason, it's in below normal. And I can't get it out of below normal.
Well, right now, we're not worried about that.
But see, it's clear. It clearly showed up. It clearly is booted, but yet there's no window. That's the problem.
Well, we know the process exists because it's on the computer.
Right?
Okay.
I am streaming, so that my stuff is running a little bit. My CPU is running a little bit harder than normal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just streaming to Discord. I'm also streaming on Twitch and Twitch and 4 other places.
Yeah.
But I wasn't earlier. I was not earlier whenever I was doing this. These are the same problems I was having when I wasn't streaming. The fact that it's happening while I'm streaming, not just in Discord, but also, to the world, and the same crap is happening, tells me it doesn't even matter about my CPU currently. Whatever it is hard computer some way, somehow. And these are the exact same problems I have. If I can get past the error, I get the endless loading, and the process clearly shows in process lasso. But for some reason, it doesn't load the window. It says it did, but it doesn't. And that probably happens out of all the times that I launch the launcher and launch the game. That probably happens 1 out of 20 times. You know what? You know how
Did
what
you
that
already
percentage
put
is?
the registry key in for Star Citizen?
No, I don't even have that at the moment.
Okay.
I don't even think that's going to help this. Like, come on, man. Like, even with the register key, I don't think that's going to help. Whatever's preventing it from launching, a registry key is not going to help.
Well, still, once it does, it'll be in high priority mode.
Fair enough.
Alright, so, I gotta...
Is that register key still in our message system somewhere in the history?
Yeah, it would be.
What would that be called? Under your what would you name it under a message?
Well, I got it on my desktop, so I'll just
Resend it. Thank you.
said Star Citizen with a capital S and a capital C, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Okay. Save. Yep.
don't even know why it's in below normal mode anyways. Like, it's so annoying that it just defaulted to that. And I can't get it out of it. It won't get out of it at all. No matter what I do.
Alright, upload a file. Let's see, desktop.
Ugh. I don't really want to start with hair up, but that's what it tells me to do. So, do that. Gotta remember which one I do want to start with. Alright. D2.reg, huh? Is there a reason why it's called D2? Hey, look! Earlier today, I couldn't download the downloads file. Somehow, magically, now I can. Oh, my gosh. Like literally, I could do it this morning. And kind of mid-afternoon, but you can see the timestamp difference. It's like, there's just a gap when I could not download to the downloads folder. It's so stupid. Let's see. How do I do this again? When there are right-click and just trusted installer. There. Probably going to kill my whole entire computer and my stream if this works, but you know what? If it kills my stream, fantastic. At least the crap works. Now we'll see. Now it's going to be like probably 1 in 20 that it's actually going to throw an error or not, probably.
Oh yeah, it says system locale. System locale thing tell you not.
Oh look! Look! We got the error again. I knew it was going to happen because for every one time it works, every 20 launches after that, I get the error.
Now, did the locale thing tell you it was going and you needed to restart?
I've restarted so many times, Goku, since then. I've restarted on updates. I've restarted. In the last 2 days, I've restarted the computer 20 different times. This computer's had plenty of restarts. And there's been no updates of any sort today because everything's updated today.
Well, this is just a setting for it to apply. Tries to restart.
Okay, where do I get it?
Oh, you already did it.
No, I said, where do I get it? Oh, you're talking about the region stuff.
Yes.
Okay. If that,
Where do you get it? You already did it.
It didn't say I needed to restart, but I will restart just to be safe. If that's all that requires to get Star Citizen to run, then yay. Just say it. So I'll be right back. And I'm just going to not even end my stream. I'm just going to let the computer do it for me and just be done with it for tonight. Because if this fixes my crap, finally, you know,